Welcome back to the Auto Bike Pro, folks. Today, we dive deep into the roaring revival of one of the most iconic bobber-style motorcycles in the market, the 2026 Jawa 42 Bobber. Jawa has always had a legacy rooted in vintage charm and classic attitude, and with the 2026 update, the 42 Bobber takes things to a whole new level. It's raw, it's refined, and it's ready to dominate the modern retro scene. Whether you're a cruiser fan, a retro lover, or just someone looking for a head-turner on two wheels, this one's going to catch your eye. So gear up as we go through the design, performance, features, price, and test ride of the all-new Jawa 42 Bobber 2026. Design and style, old school meets future. Right off the bat, the 2026 Jawa 42 Bobber looks like it rode out of a time machine, a perfect mix of old school appeal and modern aggression. From the sculpted fuel tank with custom-style pinstripes, to the wide, swooping handlebars and a low-slung stance, this bike oozes Bobber DNA. The single-seat floating saddle gives it that unmistakable silhouette we all crave. And it's more comfortable than it looks, thanks to updated padding and spring-mounted suspension. Jawa has introduced 3 new color schemes this year: Midnight Chrome, Forest Matte Green, Raven Black with blood red accents. You'll also notice premium additions like bar end mirrors, blacked-out engine casing, and machined alloy foot pegs. The level of detail is insane, from the teardrop LED headlamp to the sculpted rear fender hugging that fat 140mm tire. It's not just a motorcycle, it's a statement. Engine and performance, heart of a rebel. Let's talk power. The 2026 Jawa 42 Bobber is powered by a 334cc, liquid-cooled, single-cylinder engine that's been tuned for even better low-end torque this year. It now delivers 31.5 horsepower, 32.7 Newton-meters of torque, and is mated to a 6-speed gearbox with a revised slipper clutch. The throttle response is crisp. Acceleration is punchy, especially in the mid-range, which is exactly where bobber lovers want that grunt. Whether you're cruising at 60 or pulling hard from a red light, this engine delivers a raw yet refined experience. In the exhaust note, pure music. With Jawa's signature twin-barrel pipes, the thump is now deeper, throatier, and guaranteed to make heads turn at every signal. Ride and handling, built for the road. The Jawa 42 Bobber may look retro, but when it comes to handling, it's all 2026. The new double cradle frame is stiffer and lighter, giving you more confidence in corners and more comfort on long stretches. The telescopic front forks and monoshock rear suspension are tuned for a balanced ride, plush enough for city commutes, and stable enough for weekend highway blasts. Ground clearance sits at 165mm, and the low 740mm seat height means even shorter riders can flat-foot easily. Braking is handled by a 280mm front disc and 240mm rear disc, paired with dual-channel ABS as standard. Whether you're riding solo in the city or cruising under the stars, this bobber handles like a dream. Tech and features, modern to the core. Don't be fooled by the retro styling. The 2026 Jawa 42 Bobber comes loaded with tech. New features include fully digital LCD instrument cluster with gear position indicator, fuel gauge, and clock. Bluetooth connectivity with turn-by-turn navigation. USB-C charging port under the handlebar. All LED lighting setup, headlamp, tail lamp, and turn signals. Adjustable brake and clutch levers. There's also an Eco and Power mode, letting riders switch based on riding conditions, a new addition in 2026. And the clutch action is now even lighter thanks to updated hydraulics. Jawa proves you can have style and substance, all in one package. Comfort and ergonomics, built for solo souls. One of the key highlights of the Jawa 42 Bobber is how it's tailored for a single rider experience. The ergonomics are dialed in. Forward set foot pegs, wide handlebars, and that floating single seat makes for a laid-back riding posture. The updated 2026 seat is more padded, wider, and now comes with a quick adjust mechanism to alter the height and rake, a first in the segment. The bike has a 13.2-liter fuel tank, giving you decent range for both city and weekend rides. At 185 kilograms, the 42 Bobber is surprisingly agile and easy to maneuver, even for newer riders. This bike isn't about passengers, it's about passion. It's about being one with the road. Customization options, make it your own. Bobbers have always been about personality, and the 2026 Jawa 42 bobber takes this to heart. This year, Jawa has introduced a factory customization program with over 20 official accessories. You can now choose different seat styles, diamond stitch, quilted leather, or gel padded. Custom handlebars, ape hangers, flat tracker, or clubman. Optional exhaust tips, chrome, matte black, or burnt steel. Windshields, saddlebags, tank pads, and more for those who love to tinker and personalize. This is a dream come true. Jawa is offering both showroom installed and dealer level add-ons, keeping your warranty intact. Pricing and variants, worth every rupee. Now, let's talk numbers. The 2026 Jawa 42 bobber is available in two variants. Standard Edition 2.38 lakh rupees ex showroom. Custom Pro Edition 2.58 lakh rupees ex showroom. Given the level of quality, performance, and exclusivity this bike offers, the price tag is more than justified. In fact, it's one of the most affordable factory-built bobbers in the market with such attention to detail. With ME options and service plans available from Jawa dealerships, the ownership experience is just as smooth as the ride. Comparison, how it stacks up. So how does it fare against its rivals? Against the Royal Enfield Classic 350, the Jawa 42 bobber offers a more rebellious design, better performance, and a more premium feel. Compared to the Honda H&S CB 350, the Jawa is more aggressive and street-focused. And against the Benelli Imperiale 400, the 42 bobber feels lighter, more nimble, and more characterful. In short, the Jawa 42 bobber doesn't just compete, it leads with confidence. Real-world test ride, on the streets. We took the 2026 Jawa 42 bobber on a 100 km real-world ride, city traffic, twisty mountain roads, and a highway stretch. Here's what stood out. City, easy to ride, light clutch, excellent low-end torque. Heat management is well handled even in traffic. Highway, smooth cruising at 90 to 100 km per hour. Vibes are controlled, wind blast is manageable, corners, surprisingly agile. The low-slung stance and stiff frame offer good lean angles for a bobber. The standout, though, is the ride feel, raw, mechanical, and emotionally connected. It brings back the romance of motorcycling. Maintenance and ownership. Jawa has worked hard to improve reliability and after-sales support. The 2026 model comes with 3-year standard warranty, optional 2-year extended coverage, service every 6,000 kilometers or 6 months, affordable parts and service packages. And with over 300 Jawa dealerships across India and growing support globally, parts availability and expert care are no longer concerns. WHO should buy the Jawa 42 bobber. This bike is perfect for solo riders looking for a unique road presence, enthusiasts who love the bobber style but want modern tech, riders moving up from a commuter to a lifestyle motorcycle, weekend warriors seeking a raw, stylish ride for getaways. It's not built for pillion comfort or off-roading, but for everything else, it delivers big. Final verdict. Retro Reborn. To wrap things up, the 2026 Jawa 42 bobber is more than just a motorcycle. It's a soulful machine that blends retro charm with modern-day practicality. From the stunning design to the peppy engine, from ride comfort to tech features, it hits all the right notes. It's a motorcycle that makes a statement every time you roll up to a red light. A bike that makes even the shortest rides feel like an event. So if you're ready to break free from the ordinary and embrace the extraordinary, the Jawa 42 bobber 2026 is waiting for you.